Hello, everyone. We're so glad you're here. Hi, Riley.
Well, hello, Lilla.
I'm so excited
Me
about
too.
you being a part of Lilla Rogers Studio.
Oh my gosh, I don't even have words, and normally I have words, so that's saying something.
That is. So, first of all, in the chat, type in where you are so we can see hello, Annette. It's just really fun to see who you are. We'd love to see if you're an art director, art buyer, editor, that kind of thing, too, if you want to type that in as well. Um, first, I would like to introduce Riley to everyone because Riley has had an extraordinary career and there's a lot to say about him. And then I'm going to ask him all kinds of good questions. I'm going to hold up a bunch of products. I am going to answer any Q&As you have. Please put them in the Q&A panel. So Riley has been in the game and toy biz for 25 years. Is that right, Riley? 25?
I was 4 when I started, very
Yes,
young.
I know he's very young. He's worked at top companies in the US. Mattel Creations, which is it the biggest?
I think Mattel is the
I
biggest.
think they're the biggest
Yeah.
toy and game company. American Girl, which you know what I love about American Girl is their definition of American can be Native American. Um, Give me a few other
African
ones.
American, Asian, all ethnicities,
Mhm.
characters who have hearing disorders, really inclusive.
Really inclusive and done in a really sensitive way. Christine, great to see you. Type in if you're an art director, people, we'd love to see you. Um, so Riley began in the 1990s designing and art directing magazines, children's educational books, stickers, wood puzzles, fine motor, skill activity kits, and classroom decor. That was just his beginning. Okay, that's just the start. Do you like how I do your bio?
Oh my
You know how I
gosh,
like interact. I'm like, I don't just read it.
I'm gonna sit
Okay.
up taller.
Yeah, me too. For the next 20 plus years, Riley developed children's electronics, preschool and children's games, family games, science toys, classroom activities, talking globes. I must have one of those, novels and sporting goods. But also, the cool part, one of many, is Riley is the creator of the Sneaky Snacky Squirrel game. Type in if you have it or have played it. It sold, guess how many? 2 million units worldwide and has over 6,000 five-star Amazon reviews. And one of the coolest parts is look at that. He
Who
got
is
his
that?
photo and bio on there, a little description, which is very rare and special. And weren't you an innovator in making that happen?
Yeah, at Educational Insights, we were, I think, the first to feature game
Mm.
and toy inventors on our packaging, and it really gave parents and families sort of this connection with the product. They could understand that it was a person behind it.
A human being, not like a committee.
Yeah.
Um, so I want to also just show you, I'm going to share my screen then, and don't forget, we'll have time for questions and I'm going to show you lots of products. I'm glad so many people are here. So this is our website and I want to show you, um, if you want to learn more about Riley, is this the cutest photo with the lettering? I like your lettering. So there's
Thank
all kinds of information. These are some of the clients he's worked with. Here's Sneaky Snacky, all kinds of things he's worked on. He's done a video, an animation series that's on Amazon Prime. Is that right?
Yep, Amazon Prime, The
Okay.
Welly Wishers, 5 girls who live in a garden. They're adorable. I just love those girls.
It's great. It's great. Pretty outfits. Some of his many awards and some more of the products he's worked on. So basically, in a nutshell, he's a super hot shot. Okay, that's what we're getting at here. And then if you go over here, that's about Riley. You click here and you can get more about what we are going to do with Riley. Am I scrolling too fast? And that's what we're going to talk to you about. Actually, let's take a look. Um, he is going, some of the categories that he will be working with our artists on and other things: games and activity kits, new characters, puzzles, dolls, plush and collectibles, electronic toy concepts, book and toy hybrids, children's original content, which is entertainment animation. So, Riley, I want to
Lilla.
ask you, why did you decide to partner with us? Like,
Okay.
what madness?
First of all, you. Second of all, Lilla, and then third, Rogers. Well, that a giant piece of that.
And fourth studio.
Yes.
Okay.
So I started to know about you when I would get promos at various companies
Mhm.
showcasing your artists who would do product and books, etc. And I remember thinking, wow, that's such a boutique agency. Like, will I someday have the budget, and like, can I contact her to work with some artists? And then I started taking your Make Art That Sells courses because, I needed like a shot of colored pencil and home decor. So I started taking your courses and just was blown away by the quality of the students and the sort of environment and the projects. And then you and I last year just started chatting. We
We
started
became
chatting.
friends,
Yes, we became very good
really
friends.
good friends, really good friends,
We
and
spent
real.
more time together on Zoom than I think I used the word Lilla more than the word the at home. So we became friends, and then we started developing a project
Mhm.
together. Am I allowed to spill the
Well,
beans?
so here we are. So we're like talking about, I mean, everything and anything like friends do, but we're also, we talk about business, we talk about creativity, we talk about the classes, life, whatever, politics. And and he's talking to me about toys and games and teaching me bits and pieces. I'm like, you know what, Riley, would you like to teach a toy class with me for mats, because you have so much to offer? And actually at that time I didn't even know, like I just like saw the tip of the iceberg from for how much and it made perfect sense, like perfect sense. I how often do I bring in a new co-teacher? Margot, Beth, Zoe, in 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm not on the lookout. I mean, I'm always open because I love a co-teacher and they bring in such expertise. And so we did. We've created a new course, the toy course. So we're working on that, and I'm loving him even more. And he's like just has so much expertise. And one day I said, Riley, I'm thinking of something. Do you know where I'm going with this? And of course, maybe I gave him a hint. I said, we should partner. You should be an agent here. And it made perfect sense once again. Once again, it's
It
a
did.
real,
I
yeah.
remember you saying, Riley, you're an agent. And I thought, well, no, I'm not an agent. You said, no, you are. And,
Oh, like in
you
your
know,
personality, like your temperament.
yeah. And so here we are. Here we are.
Yeah, and you're somebody who loves to create. So I'm like, okay, Riley, I want to set you loose with my artist. This is how it would go. We're talking about you being an agent here, and we're like talking about it, the pros and cons, no cons, all pro.
Yes. No.
And so, and I'm like, I don't know why I said ceramic studio, but I kept saying, like, think of it like you going into a ceramic studio. You have kilns, you have assistants, you have all the clay bodies, all the glazes. Susan McKay, do you like this?
Yeah.
And make whatever you want. I want to let you loose with our artists to make whatever you want. And so that's how it happened. And I'm going to show some of the products of our artists. And and the ideas that like Riley would have to do. Thank you all for your lovely comments. Brenda Harris says the joy in both of your faces says it all. It's really true. And during a pandemic, how lucky am I to get this man in my life? So lucky. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to your husband for sharing you with
Oh,
me.
yeah, there's no jealousy that I know of.
I know. I think they're happy. Like my husband too. They're like,
Yeah,
hey, you have a new play pal.
they've been talking. Look
Yeah.
at everyone is from all over the place. Los Angeles. Well, I can't even keep up. They're streaming through. Uh,
Teresa Smith says the one who dies with the most toys wins. Yeah, I
oh,
think I might be in the league for winning.
um,
So
yeah, I get jealous of you when you hold up your goods, whatever has come from eBay or that you've,
mm,
bought recently from a toy store every day. Yeah, I
I
gotta
know,
go shopping.
I know. Don't we? Okay, so Riley, will you explain what a toy game agent does? What you will be doing with
Yes.
Lilla Rogers Studio? Like, what are you going to do?
So, with our 40 artists, creators, product inventors from around the world,
Hmm.
we are kicking off launching what we consider a creative think tank, a product, colorful, beautiful machine. I just came up with that.
I like it.
Um, and together we are creating toys, games, play sets, activity concepts that we will pitch and share to toy and game companies around the world.
Hmm.
Um, and companies are always looking for product ideas from the outside for various reasons. They may not have enough people in-house to develop. They may really be looking for an outside point of view. When it comes to games, lots and lots of companies are always looking for concepts on the outside.
Hmm.
So we invent, let's say that you and I are inventing a game. It's like
Okay.
a game board and the characters are pickles. Oh, is that a giraffe?
Okay, so this is by Sarah Walsh. I see she's here. Thank you, Sarah, for your nice
Oh,
one. So
Sarah.
she just made this. Like, I guess she printed the fabric out right on spoon flour. She's one of my incredible artists. And she gave this to me as a gift, and I cherish it. It lives on the mantle over there. There. And so, for example, like you could run with this baby.
Yeah, so let's imagine that Sarah and I were working on that concept right there. Is that a vicuña or a llama?
She
Let's
just did
call let's
six
call it
blue
a
hearts.
llama.
Let's call it a llama.
So we could develop a line of plush that we would pitch to a company. We could develop a line of activity kits that would feature her art and maybe the supplies. We could create a board game with plush characters as the pieces. It's really kind of endless. And then together we would create a pitch, and a pitch is a video and a prototype and what's called a one sheet that walks you through what the product is. And we secretly share it with a company who's looking for something exclusive. And if they like it, they license it from us and we partner with them and the magic begins.
Do you all love
It's
that?
actually already begun. I'm sorry to interrupt you. It has begun. We've already started and actually Sarah and I are working on a secret. She texted something to me this morning. We're working on a secret project right now.
Type 10 if you think this is so exciting. I'm really just doing it to get you to all see lots of
Oh my,
10.
look at the chat stream. My sound effect for chat is brrrr.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to show you some other things and then I have another question for you too. So, okay, should we do the game?
The improv game.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
it's up to you. Riley
Let's
did
do
not
it.
know about this, people.
Uh,
I'm bringing it
no.
on.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Okay, this fabulous book, and it's also a great way for me to show some recent products. This is by our artist Osa Galand, who's Swedish but lives in Indonesia. So it's all full of amazingness. Um, if you were to work with her or work with this book to do a brand extension,
Mm-hmm.
zoom in, like you see her and you go, what do you
Okay.
do?
So what's the book about?
This is our world. Take a trip around the world and visit 20 children with very different ways of life.
Oh,
Swim with turtles on a South Pacific coral reef, herd reindeer in snowy Siberia, whiz to school on a zip line in the foothills of the Andes Mountains. From New York City to the African savannah, we human beings live in all sorts of places and in many different ways, but we're united by the things we have in common. This is by Macmillan.
oh my
It's, I
goodness.
mean, what a great way to say unity, diversity in a just an educational, beautiful way. Okay, so that's what
Okay.
it's about.
This really feels like each character in that book could become part of, maybe there's a game where you're going around the world and learning maybe a fact about that location. And
Mm,
maybe if you score a point, you get like a little bubble or something that is like bric-a-brac from that location, like a little, if it's from Tokyo, maybe you get like a little cherry blossom or something. But when I look at that and hear you talk about that story, I imagine like maybe this is even character entertainment. Maybe there's a central character and she or he, they're traveling around the world getting, and they are introduced to kids from different cultures. um, that seems endless. But as far as a
yeah,
toy, it feels like it could be a game. I
actually, you
think,
could just pitch this to your network people.
yeah. Oh, you're right. Absolutely. With that
Do it.
studio that we're
Yeah,
secretly
working with.
chatting
We'll
with right
see.
now.
Dido Nidic says origami folding of all the cool elements you discover in all the places that you're traveling to. That Pace says can be a quiz, made a quiz game. Um, Bloom Bayer says paper dolls.
Oh,
Vito says
wow.
pop-up cutouts, rearrange your own landscape. Um, let's see.
A
Um,
3D style game. This is
Great.
improv inventing
This
all
is
of these
improv.
comments right here.
Yeah. So, which led us to why we did a course. Well, we did the course first, and then I'm like, we have to be together inventing. So, okay, here's ready for another.
Okay, yes. And we did not do this ahead of time, everybody.
No,
Yes.
you didn't. This is by Helen Dardick. It's called Tea Party. It's by a French company. I did this one. My
That's so
husband was like,
cool.
we have to do, because I get puzzles all the time that our artists do. And he's like, oh, it was the other Helen Dardick one. Well, I did this one. Doesn't really matter. Here it is. I'll stop Googling
What
it.
is the art? What are those objects on this puzzle? Love Helen Dardick, by the way.
I know, it's so beautiful. Well, it's called Tea Party, and there's little tea party.
Oh, those are
Having tea.
beautiful. So this feels like all of those items could be like some sort of race, like sorting, like a race to locate all of the flowers of different kinds, like sort of a game
Mm,
again, I think. So not the puzzle as it is right now, but you get all of these pieces. Maybe the flowers are in different colors, and there's a spinner, and you have to get a bunch of various flowers into like a vase or something, and whoever makes the flower arrangement the fastest wins
cute.
points, and they're bonus points if you got like not garnish it. What's it called when you add leaves and foliage? Garnish? Accentuate?
Relish.
Embellish. And it's for boys and girls, like a
Mm,
flower arranging game. I mean, I wouldn't call it flower arranging, but wouldn't that be fun for boys and girls? I think that sort of all genders arranging
absolutely.
flowers. I mean, That would be
Totally.
so much fun. And that art. Have you seen Helen Dardick do her live painting? Well, of
Yes.
course you have on
That's why
Instagram.
she has like a third of a million followers or whatever.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, people are guessing all kinds of things. Well, you'll have to take the kid book class because you have great ideas.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is improv inventing. Look at
It's,
all.
yeah, they're going to do great in class. And what I want to say is to sign up for the toy class, our sale at the end of the month during like American Thanksgiving, that's when we offer the best prices of the year. And you could sign up for everything then. Just want to mention that. And you can be with Riley and me.
Ooh,
Um,
Rebecca Kim says, yes, boys need more toys that are
mhm,
not catered to sort of a masculine
yeah,
world. I really like that.
of course, empathy and beauty. Okay. This is a Sarah Walsh book.
Oh, wow. Hey, Sarah's
Susan
here.
McCabe says, save the chat. Oh, it will automatically, Susan.
Okay, and tell me about the people in this book.
So this is Youthquake 50. This is by Sarah Walsh for Nosy Crow. And this is like she's done many in a series. She did Her Story, which was Lots of
Oh,
Famous Women, and that was translated in tons of different languages, incredibly illustrated.
that's hers?
That's
That's her
hers.
book?
Yeah, and this is 50 Children and Young People Who Shook the World. There is no
Okay.
Planet B, and gun control, and
Okay. I
Malala.
think these are mini figurines, like a little tiny doll that so it's a line. Maybe there are like 12 in the line, and they each have like a little, maybe like the story about them, like the sort of like their history and what they're all about, maybe, and to be very very sustainable, maybe it's on the inside of the package. So you get this little figurine that is, and now I'm not talking a doll this size, I'm talking like a collectible.
Okay.
When you go down the
Okay.
aisle in the toy store, and there are all of those little tiny figurines, um, to kind of infuse an educational component while still living in the toy aisle. And in that style, in Sarah's style, I would use that color palette and kind of take that as my lead. And then I will buy them, and I want them all up here. I want them to go into my
Oh,
doll,
for
my
sure.
right?
Yeah, for sure. I have all the wooden toys my artists have made, little wooden
Oh,
toys and some vintage ones all on a shelf. I don't have a picture to show you. Um,
Sarah, that would be
yes,
so
toy
great.
class will be bundled in my year of art school. Yes, to answer Annie's question. Um,
2 weeks, right? The course goes on sale in 2 weeks, or
yes,
when?
it does.
When is
End of the
Thanksgiving?
month. So, and by the way, this Friday, I will be doing a Zoom about my mystery box course, which is next week, and it's all just creative juice, creative buffet, craft, art, doodling, journaling, really good. It's a Zoom a day, and we're gonna have fun, and it's just to fuel us. So the Zoom, if you're on the mailing list for Make Art That Sells or Lilla Regis, oh, go on Make Art That Sells, and the Zoom will be there. And then I'm going to do a career tarot on Beth Kempton, my co-founder at Make Art That Sells, on Friday in the Zoom. And she's written like a million books and done a million things, so it'll be fun to do it. And then I'll pull in some volunteers, pop them on the screen.
Ooh,
What are you
look.
smiling about? What?
Teresa Smith has asked, has anyone seen Maurice Sendak's early mechanical wooden toys?
Wow.
Wow, I'll have to look that up.
Um, okay. This is an embroidery kit by Flora Waycott for Azul, Editions Azul,
That's
which,
beautiful. Okay.
oh, excuse me,
So,
Zol.
what I don't see much of
What?
are arts and crafts kits that family members would do together, like like as a race.
Oh, really?
Not
Interesting.
to be competitive. Um, so maybe there is a like an arts and crafts kit of some kind, and maybe not, it's not embroidery. No, maybe it is embroidery. And
Yeah.
you are maybe trying to, and maybe it's reusable. So
Mm,
maybe the material that you're embroidering into, like you can pull the string out after you do it.
mhm,
And maybe there's like a card that has a clue, like this animal is 12 feet high and it crosses its eyes when it eats, I don't know, blueberries. And so if maybe you have to guess it or whoever stitches it first, and
mhm.
maybe the specifics here are like lunatic specifics, but it seems like an arts and crafts kit that's turned into some sort of like race or a game. Like you don't see any of that that I know of.
No, I think that's great.
And reusable. Like I would want to make my embroidery and like maybe it's in one of those what are those plastic things called that you do
Oh,
not cross stitch, but it's
oh,
like a
right.
grid. Is it cross stitch?
There's cross stitch and there's punch needle.
Oh, Olympic needlepoint. Here we come. What's Olympic needlepoint?
I don't know.
Ooh. Oh, Erica said a pen pal art kit. Each friend does part of it and you pass it on.
Oh,
Oh my
Erica, she's our
gosh.
artist. Guess what you're going to be working on when this is over?
That is, and how fresh too, to do this activity and then like I mail it to you, Lilla, and you like mail it back or
Maybe it comes in a little, like comes with envelopes, so you can just be sending them to a person.
I
Okay,
love
last
it.
last one. Helen Dardick for Editions Azu, and this is you string them. Let me
Those are
show you.
so cute.
You've seen me wear these in class.
Okay. Are they all, they're all fruits and vegetables?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Raspberries, lemons. Yeah. Fruits, I think. Just fruits.
So maybe this is pretend play.
Okay.
Pretend
Will
play
you explain
meaning,
what that is?
so that toy category would be like a set, like a pretend restaurant set, or a pretend grocery store set, or a veterinarian kit, or a pretend, you know, like you see those workbenches that come with little pretend tools. So
Yeah.
maybe this is sort of a, not vegan, but sort of a like a pretend play, like salad cooking set of some kind. So it comes with exactly those. Maybe they're made out of different material, like felt or something, but that art.
Right.
And it comes with like a little apron, you know, for like a 4-year old. A little apron, like maybe some tongs that are made out of bamboo or some very sustainable material so that, you know, we're talking about not like using a lot of plastic, etc.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, like a pretend play cooking set that's got that art all over the place in little patterns, and it's like a fruit, vegetable, salady kind of, like that would be so cute. Maybe there's a bowl and a couple of serving bowls so that you can pretend, you know, I can take the tongs and serve you some raspberries and some radish and a rutabaga. See, all R's
Yes.
are. Wouldn't
Oh,
that be
art.
cute?
So cute. I love that. I love that.
Look at all these ideas.
Um,
Breakfast, lunch, sushi, peanut butter and jelly, fruit veggie patch game, international recipes. That's interesting.
wow.
Yeah,
Well,
pretend play, I think,
okay.
looking at that art.
Okay. So before we go, I have one last question. What makes you excited about being a toy and game agent? And you don't have to answer this, but I know you're working on obviously a whole bunch of things with a number of our artists and will continue to. Can you give you can't really say anything though, can you?
I can't be
Can you give a
specific, but
tease or
so
a hint?
toy game children's products companies are always looking for something fresh.
Okay.
in a fresh style, maybe kind of a new way to approach a toy. And our artists, I I can't tell you how much time like late at night. I'm like, oh my gosh, this artist and that artist. It is like walking into like a buffet or a ceramic studio.
Mhm.
The style of work and the ideas that the artists have, because remember, they're illustrating children's books, cards, puzzles all day and all night. So they are inventors, and some of the concepts that we're already working on are just not only super novel and original, but beautiful and quirky and like the cutest, coolest art. Does that answer the question? I kind of almost forgot what you just asked me.
That's all right. But I would love to know when you approach, it made me think of this. Um, so when you approach these companies, and I want our art directors to know this, when you approach them or they approach you, what kind of questions will you ask them? What kind of conversation will you have with them?
My first question is, what's the biggest opportunity for you? Is there a category in your product line that you would like to see kind of lift a little bit?
Mhm.
Is there a toy or game concept uh, that you've uh, kind of been working on that you can't quite complete? Um, yeah, I think I like to start with need. What is your
Right.
need?
What do
Is your
they
need
need?
revenue in a specific category? Like how I use the word revenue, because revenue matters.
Right.
Um,
Sure.
is there a product in your line that you would like to extend? So if
Hmm.
you have a line of, I don't know, I'm going to say like floor puzzles, and you're sort of like, God, I would really like to make a play set out of this, a structure and a car and a character. I like to know what the needs are. So like what's your wish list? What would you like to have happen in your
And it
business?
could be either a product category, a specific product, an art style, a vibe,
Yes.
a demographic to focus on. Okay.
And a lot of times an art director, product manager, product acquisition director might not know exactly what they're looking for,
Mhm.
and that's when we push in the dim
Wow.
sum cart of confetti and fireworks and we say, what do you think of this concept that we're
Mhm.
working on right now? Or you didn't mention this because you haven't thought of it yet. We've
Right.
created this concept
So
for
it
you.
could be open-ended, it could be
Yes.
specific, or it could be like, we would just love to see what pitches you're creating with your artist, Riley, they would say to you. So that is great. Is there anything else you want to tell are the art directors watching or the artists that are watching, whether
I
they're our artists or other
I
artists?
I think the other piece that we bring is that we're very nice and we're very nice to work with. We're nice people,
Mhm,
and I think our aesthetic, like
mhm,
the look and feel of what we create is really original. Like
mhm,
just go online and look at all of our artists and imagine one of those artists doing a toy game or product for you.
mhm,
But yeah, I want to underscore like what I've really noticed is that the team is so nice and they listen. I
mhm.
think that's real. I know that in
Yeah,
business, I really appreciated that people
that's
that beat their
cool.
deadlines
Yeah.
and people that were super nice and creative.
Well, we were talking earlier about everybody who works for me. I love them. They're great. They're professional. They're on the ball. They're fantastic and makes it easy. And that's what our clients like as well. Nancy asks, when is the class? It's in 2021. And as I said, you can sign up, go to Make Art That Sells, and you can make sure you get the newsletter so you're the first to know when it comes out. You sign up. The best price is the cyber sale at the end of November. Yes, thank you for all the people who said they've signed up. I'm very, very excited. And the reason why I love teaching classes is the creativity. is so energizing, what people create and come up with, and then, of course, there's the intellectual challenge of helping people make their work even better. Someone asked if it's just for artists. It's for just people that want to invent and for illustrators and artists too. Of course, that's our background. So my background. So you're going to have, it's definitely going to be really, really strong for illustrators, but it's not required. Okay. Any last questions, anybody? I think we're good to go, Rye. Short and sweet for a change, huh?
Oh my goodness. I can't thank you all enough for showing up today.
Mm,
This is one of many little uh, shows that Lilla and I are going to have. Let the creativity flow. And we're here to help you develop something new, uh, be pitched something you've never thought of before.
right, right.
And we really appreciate you tuning in today.
Absolutely. So art directors, creative directors, please contact us. Riley's going to get really busy soon. So do contact us, contact Riley, go on the website and or you can do Riley at lillarogers.com and make that connection. And he's happy to work with you, help you, and show you the pitches he's already working on. Nita says, do not ever grow up, Riley. Thank you all for your congratulations. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye, Riley. It was great being with you.
Bye, Lilla. You too. Have a good one.
Bye. Have a good one. Bye.